This man thought he was taking a puppy home with him. To his shock, it turned out to be something else completely. For many people, it's a dream to randomly receive or find a puppy. One 18-year-old student from Tucson, Arizona, had the same fantasy when he found a puppy left behind in a shopping cart. The boy asked his parents if he could take the little guy home. They had no idea what was coming next. The 18-year-old student was on his way home from school, just like any other day. He had no clue that his life was about to change forever. The boy's phone had died, so he had to walk home free of any musical distractions. And thank goodness, because without his headphones in, he was able to hear quiet noises. Something was moving amongst all the trash, and a can fell to the ground. That's when the boy saw the source of the noise. 2 ears, a snout, big black eyes, a puppy. The boy picked up the abandoned animal. It didn't seem to wait much. The puppy showed the boy just how happy he was to have finally caught someone's attention. The boy fell in love immediately and took the small animal home. Once he got home, he gave his parents a real shock. "You can't just take a dog home," they said. "What if the owner was just doing groceries?" The boy asked his parents if he could keep the animal. The parents got back to the boy after a quick discussion. The puppy could stay. The boy was thrilled, and the puppy seemed to be happy as well. They had no idea that this new family member would cause so many problems. The puppy was given the name Neo. It was clear right away that Neo was different from other dogs. The creature didn't listen to his owners, did his deeds wherever he pleased, and required loads of attention. The parents were met with bared teeth anytime they got too close. The boy and his dog were inseparable. In Neo's perfect world, they would spend every waking moment together. The animal was very protective. It was an issue every time the boy had to go to school or work, because Neo wasn't allowed to join him, of course. No matter what the parents tried, they weren't able to get Neo under control. It was a different ballgame entirely when the boy wasn't home. To prevent him from terrorizing the whole house, the parents quickly decided to leave the dog in the backyard when they were alone with him. This turned out to be a very bad idea. Instead of running around and playing like other dogs in the backyard, Neo started behaving very oddly. Neo also apparently thought the backyard was too small, because no matter what the parents did, he kept getting out. Why did Neo want to escape so badly? As you just read, Neo escaped no matter what precautions his owners took. Netting, fencing, locks. Nothing could hold the rebellious beast back. Neo showed much intelligence and always managed to find a solution to things. If necessary, he would dig a hole, jump or climb the fence, or hide until someone opened the door. While Neo clearly wasn't a people person, with the exception of the boy that found him, he loved other dogs. He got along particularly well with the neighbors' German shepherds. Neo's owners knew exactly where to find him whenever he managed to escape. While Neo calmed down in the company of the German shepherds, he had the opposite effect on them. They were a little too happy to mirror his rebellious character and were inspired by misbehavior and naughtiness. The neighbors were obviously displeased by this. Neo was upsetting the whole neighborhood, and all the neighbors were slowly getting fed up with his behavior. They had no idea what the true cause of Neo's behavior was. While he didn't make things easy on his owners, they had still grown attached to him. There was something special about having such a wild dog. They couldn't get rid of him, so they had to think of a way to keep him from disturbing the neighborhood. They decided to build a new and stronger fence around their yard. They paid a pretty penny for a solution to their problem. The maker of the fence guaranteed them that no dog could ever escape from such a well-guarded yard. Where there's a will, there's a way, and Neo will always get away. With his incredibly strong jaw, the strange creature managed to bite a hole in the fence. It didn't take long before Neo ended back up in the neighbor's yard, together with his German shepherd friends. With their hands running through their hair, Neo's owners contacted the local animal shelter. While it was of course quite impressive that Neo was able to escape with the highly advanced protection around the yard, this was the tipping point. Neo was truly uncontrollable. The family took Neo to the Humane Society of Southern Arizona. Here they met with a real dog expert to get professional advice on how to improve Neo's behavior. They also wanted to know if it was possible to drop Neo off there whenever his owner was at school or work. The director of the shelter, Maureen O'Neill, was stunned. She told the family something that would turn their world upside down. It only took her a few seconds to come to the conclusion that would explain Neo's behavior, something that the owners had somehow missed. "You know this isn't a dog, right?" Maureen said. The family couldn't believe their ears. Not a dog. So what was he? It had never even crossed their minds that Neo could be some other sort of dog-like creature. That's why they were absolutely stunned when Maureen, the director of the Humane Society of Southern Arizona, told them what Neo really was. "This is a wolf," she told the family. This statement changed everything. The fact that Neo was a wolf wasn't just a problem for the family, but for the wolf itself. According to the law, nobody in Arizona may keep a wolf as a pet unless you are of Native American descent or have a specific permit, neither of which applied to Neo's owners. Maureen told the parents something else that shocked them. The shelter wasn't even allowed to take Neo in without first notifying the authorities, and she was sure that if she did that, Neo would be taken away immediately and put down. Neo's owners couldn't let that happen. They had become so attached to their wolf. They had to come up with something else fast. It wouldn't be long before a neighbor with a little knowledge of animals would recognize the wolf and call the police. Maureen did a little research and soon came across an organization called Wolf Connection. This organization in California was specialized in caring for wolves and wolf hybrids like Neo. They had land, special facilities, and professionals that would be able to take good care of Neo. They brought Neo to the facility. The experts at Wolf Connection examined the wolf while his owners waited on the results in the waiting room. After a few hours of twiddling their thumbs, they had their answer. Neo had been approved. His owners were happy and sad at the same time. They were incredibly happy for Neo because he would get to enjoy the company of other wolves like him in a space he would love, but they were really going to miss him. To get Neo used to his life in California, the experts at Wolf Connection kept him separated at first. He needed to learn to adapt to other wolves, so the keepers wanted to slowly introduce him to the others. But just like the maker of the modern fencing that couldn't keep Neo from asking, the keepers at Wolf Connection didn't know Neo yet. Instead of a gradual and carefully planned out introduction to the rest of the pack, Neo took a different approach. Just like he had done so many times before, Neo decided to escape. He managed to get out of his crate for a very special reason. Neo figured out how to escape just like always. In the crate next to his lived the pack's alpha female, a wolf named Maya. The female wolf was the first to get paid a visit from the new resident. No matter what the keepers did, they couldn't hold the rebellious Neo back from sneaking over to Maya. Curious as always, Neo also paid a visit to the rest of the pack. It looked like he was really enjoying himself. Neo built a strong bond with the rest of the pack and quickly played an important role within the pack. It seems as though Neo was constantly running to the neighbor's house because he wanted to be a part of his own pack. That's why Neo wasn't interested in most people. Neo earned in his spot in the pack in no time. The wolf is doing extremely well. The experts at Wolf Connection know exactly how to care for an animal like him, so he's in good hands. You can even follow his adventures on Wolf Connection's website and social media pages. Neo's original owners regularly pay him visits. While he may not live with them anymore, they'll always have a special place in their heart for their rebellious furry friend.